What up? Say hello to my little friend. Shay, say hi. Shay, say hi. That's not hi. That's not even close to hi. That's like that's like scratch my belly because I'm cute. What the heck? What in the heck is that? Like, you can't even give like a little yelp or a bark or something? Alright, fine. Fine, 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 fine. Still not happy about you not brushing your teeth earlier. That was ridiculous. So, hey Michael, hey Dorothy, Massager, Jesse, how are you? Um, my dog tried to brush her teeth today for the first time. Didn't go well. Didn't go well. But something that did go well is my job is going good. My new job is going very well, but I am dealing with a computer system that is so antiquated that it might have been invented in sometime in the ancient past, maybe Atlantis, because it's a black screen. It's like a dot matrix or something system, and I'm not kidding. The first book that he gave me was this thick. Then he gave me four more the same size, and that was just to learn how to like return stuff and like sell somebody something. That's just to use the system. Then I have to learn how to actually input materials into a quote for people, and that's just computer and helping people at the counter. Then I actually have to go out and find customers to sell this stuff to also. So yeah, Dorothy, great analogy. Oregon Trail technology, exactly. But like this video is titled, I am doing a quick video tonight. I just wanted to say hi to everyone, see how everybody's doing, and just talk about like a couple things. One, so Jackie and I went to Goodwill today. It's kind of a really crappy couple of weeks. Like I had to go out and pawn like all my tools, like my not my tools, like my hand tools, but like my like DeWalt like saws and screw guns and all that stuff, because it's like I tried to give my old boss 2 weeks notice, and he didn't want to let me do 2 weeks notice because he was pissed that I was leaving, because I was like his best worker and I just started 2 months earlier. So he got pissed, so he didn't want me to work there for my 2 weeks notice. So I basically had a week and a half of nothing to do, so I didn't get paid for a week and a half. So hey Daniel, how are you? So anyways, I had to pawn a bunch of stuff, and so after we pawned stuff, we were gonna go mini golfing, but we went there and it was like, smelled like crap. I don't know if they just had like a manure truck dump on the lot or something, and it just smelled so bad. So we just said, forgot about that, went to Goodwill and just got like a bunch of stuff from my parents. That like I got my dad winter boots and like all this other stuff. Hey 007. And so at Goodwill, it's not normal that this happens. It all kind of, the Goodwill, like when you buy stuff by the pound, it's like all in these huge bins, rolling bins. And like, hey Robin, so we get there, and like it usually has this just generic smell of like all right, old clothes, and like and you take your stuff home, you like wash it with vinegar and like white vinegar and like fabric softener like at least twice, and then you can use it. Hey Shailene. But this time we found one bin, and it was particularly horrible smelling. But underneath the clothes, and these are all clothes bins, they have other bins that have books in them. Underneath the clothes was this. Wait. The Holy Bible. And it's brand new, and it's a leather-bound Bible. I mean, it says Italian duotone, so it's like pretty nice leather. And it's got like pretty cool engraving stuff around the whole entire thing. But it's a New International Version, which I don't use very often, but I mean, you know, they yanked all the books out of the Bible anyway. So I mean, like sometimes, like I like looking at like what the other translations are, because then you can like get a feel for like, okay, what is it really trying to say from 10 different views, like, you know. So I mean, usually I read the King James, and I know there's a lot of people that like only read the King James, and like, yeah, I get it. I just like, you know, I think like people in China would probably be happy to have this, in their secret worship God bunkers, because we're the privileged Americans that get to read whatever we want, read the Bible, anytime we want. Most people don't even, read it. So got that one, and also got this one. If you can see that very well. With this one is a New American Standard one, but yeah, if anybody needs a Bible, they don't have a Bible, happy to send you one of these or one of the other ones I have or whatever. But I mean, with like modern tech and like everything, people usually have one like on their phone or what have you. But if you actually want a like written Bible and you don't have one, I'll get you one anytime. Just let me know when you need it or where I'm sending it. And so the reason I'm only doing a quick video tonight is because on the nights when I normally do my videos, Jackie can't really sleep in the room when I'm doing it. So because I've been doing it in our bedroom because it's just a better place to do it. So she comes out here in the living room where I'm sitting right now and sleeps. And so it's just been kind of hard for her to get sleep and for me to get sleep. Like, like, I don't know, it's just been hard doing it that late. And I'm not making excuses. I'm not going to stop doing it. It's just our current work schedule needs to like balance out with the shows and stuff like that. So I just want to let you guys know what's going on. It's not like I'm complaining or anything. I just want to be upfront and honest and stuff. The other thing too is that I had a vision in the shower the other day, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And it was kind of like, oh, Dirk, what's up, man? Chewbacca. That's funny, bro. So I just wanted to share this. Like, no one knows this really yet, but when I was 5 years old, my whole life really, we went to Disney World every year, and that's why I do a lot of stuff about Disney World. I showed you that, the Disney logo in one of my videos. If I just repeat myself, I'm sorry if everybody knows this already, but I did a video where the logo of Disney at the beginning, where the light goes like this over, and it shows you that the Earth is flat. That's the dome. They're showing you the dome. It used to have the dome was pierced by the tip of the castle, but they stopped doing that. I don't know why they stopped doing that. Maybe they were trying to say they're trying to get to heaven, and now they want to make heaven on earth or something like that. Who knows what their methodology is on why they do stuff. But, we all know Walt Disney was a 33-degree Mason. Some people know that he was part of the NASA space program LI that was created. Also, you can go look up how many people started the rockets and stuff like that, and a lot of them... Oh, it's okay, man. No problem, Derek. So, there's just a lot of stuff that connects, and all of it has to do with Satanism, all of it. And when I went to Disney as a child, I remember my first time going. One of my first times going. I think it was my first time even. And my sister Brittany is 3 years younger than me. My brother, the one Jake, we call the Mistake. Just kidding around, but we call him the Mistake because my mom said he was a mistake at the time, so we kid about it with him. I don't know if he thinks it's funny, but he's spoiled rotten, so who cares? But he basically wasn't around for all the things that we went through as kids. So we went to Disney World and stuff like that. And when we were there, we would always meet my grandparents at the house that they were renting in Disney World. And I mean, outside of Disney World. Sometimes we would stay at the resort, and then we would stay there for a week, and then we'd go meet them at their house that they rented. My grandparents were two really great people. My grandma was a Christian, but kind of like the kind of Christians we talk about that don't actually know anything about the real world, and they're just in their churchianity type thing. And she was like that, supporting Israel type, the false Israel type thing. But my grandfather, he thought it was all BS, and he didn't want nothing to do with it until but he was a really good person, very good person, had a great head on his shoulders, very smart. That's the one that worked on the nuclear bomb programs and stuff like that, and went to Brown University, joined the Army at 16. He was a fraternal twin, then invented that plastic I was talking about, and worked at 3M and retired from 3M. That grandfather he had every kind of cancer from when he was like, and I'm going to go back to the story in a second, but he had every kind of cancer from that you can imagine from the age of 35 until he was 70 years old because he has Muir-Torre syndrome. It's very prevalent in my family. It means you're going to get cancer in your life, but you also have a special thing to fight it off too. Usually you have a 99% chance of getting cancer in your life. So I have a chance of getting cancer. Sorry, my road is loud. So, he used to be on dialysis, which is where they cleanse your blood out and they make him pass out sometimes towards the end of his life, because I think he lost both kidneys towards the end, or like only one was like working and failing or something like that, whatever. So towards the end of his life, he was like very sick all the time. Only had one good day a week really, where he could walk around and stuff. And then he blacked out on the highway and crashed into a construction worker on the side of the road, and he killed him 2 weeks before he died. And 2 weeks before he died, he asked the Lord into his heart, because he said it was the one thing in his life that he couldn't forgive himself for. He couldn't find a way to be forgiven for that thing that he did. So he asked Jesus into his heart at that time. And so this is, those are my grandparents that I'm talking about right now. But I was at their house at 5 years old, and I was playing on the piano in the front of the house. And as I'm playing on the piano, I can hear my parents, my mom and dad had left. The screen door was shut but locked, but the door was open to get a breeze in. My sister was in the back playing, and my grandmother was there, and I think my grandfather was either outside or gone, probably gone, because I remember it was just my grandmother there at the time that came in. So I'm playing on the piano, and I hear a rattling at the door, but it didn't look up, because you're a child, you don't realize things like this. And so I hear the rattling, and then all of a sudden I hear my grandmother behind me screaming so loud, and she's screaming bloody murder. I'm like, what the heck? And I look up, and there's a guy with dark sunglasses and a white hat, older gentleman, at the door trying to break into the door, but he couldn't get it open. And he was trying to kidnap me. And so she chased them off, and then we were all like praying I remember praying in the room after, praising God that I didn't get stolen and all this stuff. And then so 2 days ago, I was in the shower and I was reliving this moment in my mind, and I had this vision. Like, it doesn't happen to me very often. I've maybe had one or two like this in my life, but I had a vision, and you don't know if it's like your angel or the Holy Spirit or talking to you or not, but it was saying to me, think of what, did you go to Disney before that happened or after that happened? And I go, I don't know. This all happened within 30 seconds in my mind. Like I said, I don't know and I was talking back in my mind to something, and I'm just telling you, and I was like, I don't know did we go to Disney? I'll have to ask my parents or not. He goes, and then I just had this like download of like Disney, and it was like telling me like that during the time that Pizzagate happened and stuff like that, there was a little boy that was almost kidnapped from like a resort near Disney or something like that, and the child that gave the description of the man that did it, that almost kidnapped him, it was a picture of Podesta, and Podesta is said to be the father of the lead singer of Linkin Park that lead singer that killed himself. And remember, he sings about it doesn't, in the end, it doesn't really matter, and all these other things. And if you look at a picture, they look exactly the same. And Podesta and his brother are known to be part of the Pizzagate scandal, and they like draw those satanic numbers on their hands and stuff like that. And they're part of like that killing spree that was happening. And also Billy Graham's son, Franklin Graham or whatever, is part of all of this ping pong and all that stuff that was going around. And still, they just stopped investigating it all of a sudden. It wasn't that big of a deal because they like said it was nothing like important. And what I was thinking about, and I called my parents to confirm this tonight when I got home. I saw my parents today. I went and gave them all the stuff we got them at Goodwill. And I confirmed this with my parents today, but they couldn't tell me whether or not the guy probably followed us from Florida, or like from Disney or from the beach where we were staying or something, because we were in Naples, Florida. And they said that's like a hotbed for whatever. But when I was in jail, This is all going to relate back in a second. But when I was in jail, there was a kid, when I got released out of solitary confinement for the first 14 days, then you go to general population. And mind you, I was only in there for child support. I still to this day don't have a criminal record, so I don't want to hear, none of you guys are going to say this, but if people watch this later in the comments, I don't want to hear like, oh, you're a criminal, Jared. Like, I'm not a criminal. I got put in jail for something that my ex right now did the same thing, and she's not even going to jail. So whatever with the criminal system. But so, yeah, it is pretty scary. But so when I was in jail, there was a kid. As soon as I walked in the cell block, the kids were giving me stuff. They were giving me mugs, sandals, because I didn't have commissary yet. They were giving me like sweatshirts, hoodies, like things to keep warm, things like that. Not hoodies, but like these like really nice like sporty sweatshirt things that are comfortable. Because in jail you have nothing. You have like like canvas clothes on. It sucks, and it's like fake slippers. They're like, I don't even know where they get this stuff from. But so I walk in, and I find out later when I'm in there that the kid that gave me all this free stuff, he was in there for there's a water park in my city. Yeah, shower shoes, right. So we're at he was at a water park, which is called Water Country in the state where I live. It's the biggest water park basically. And at Water Country, he took this 15-year-old kid's bag. He was like 21 or 22 or something. He took this kid's bag, and he wouldn't give it back to him unless he sent him pictures of himself naked. And I started thinking about this during these 30 seconds that I'm in the shower thinking about all this happening, just going like in my head, right? So like, and I just talked to my parents too, and I started thinking about it. Pedophiles will always go where there are children around. And it's true, because that kid told me that. He told me the story in jail, like when I was in jail. He told me that about them, because he said, these other kids are going to tell you the story, so I'll just tell you myself why I'm in here for. And like, I didn't judge them. I didn't care. Like, people are sinners. We're all sinners. Like, we're only saved by the glory of God. So I'm not judging this kid, just like I don't judge homosexuals. I don't judge anybody. If you do these things, you are going to the pits of hell. That's what I tell people. But that doesn't mean you can't be forgiven for those things. There is like, every sin can be forgiven except for blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. So like, how is it my place to judge? I'm in the same jail you are, bro. So it's like, I can't say anything. But anyway, so I'm in the shower thinking about this, right? And I just had this flash of like the fact that all the little kids, when you're at the park, right? When you're at the park, you have all the little kids, they go up and they hug those big like people that are in those furry suits and crap like that. And I was thinking to myself, maybe those furry suits have like cameras in them or something like that. And those people in the furry suits, where all the little kids come up and give them hugs and stuff like that, are really like a machine or something, like somebody in the suit taking pictures for these sick pedophiles to go in and pick and choose which kid they want, right? Because how many movies are out there right now where like there's hidden cameras and like they choose who they want secretly by those pictures? Like even like martial arts movies, they find the secret fighter they want because they like scope them out first before they choose them and stuff like that, right? So I'm like thinking about this in my head, like all this is flashing in my head when I'm thinking about this, and when I almost got kidnapped. So I called my mom tonight and asked her if it was true or not, and she goes, "Geez, Jared, I don't know if that's the case or not, because we were at the beach and there was these people that kept asking us where we were staying, what we're doing, and all these other things. But the way they described the people, it wasn't like that. Like when she told me, it was kind of like it wasn't the answer. Like when my mom told me that it was that. Like it could have been, but it didn't feel like it. This guy was in a motorhome. I saw the motorhome. I still remember exactly what it looks like in my mind from being 5, like, because I could see it in the background. All I could see was him and the motorhome that he came from, that he was going to steal me in. And I still can picture it perfectly. I can even see the sky. I can see the trees in the background. I can see the piano, the couch, everything, the walls, even the door that he couldn't get in. So, I just wanted to share that vision that I had with you guys, because it was pretty important. So, even with my kids, I always prayed for the Lord to cover us with his blood before we leave the house, before we go anywhere. We pray for the Lord to keep us safe and to protect us and, cover us with his blood. And we also always pray for our food. And even going to a Christian school my whole life, a few of the kids, yeah, it was crazy. So a few of the kids in my school, like actually only one girl, actually, she was a new Christian in my school. she wasn't a Christian before, but when she came to my school, she became a Christian. And she would always pray for her food in front of us. She would just bow her head and pray. And I was like, why is she praying for her food? Because it wasn't like, it was something you do at the dinner table when I was a kid with your family, but it wasn't something like you just pray for your food by yourself at the lunch table. And I thought she was doing it for show or something, or like she was weird, honestly. And now, like, I think about it, like, and I found out all the stuff they got in like food, like aborted baby fetuses, like Sinomex and all that stuff they used to put in Pepsi, probably still do, Mountain Dew. Like General Mills has all the stuff that they put in, like, like arsenic and all these other things, like all the cereals, Cheerios, everything you basically eat that's General Mills and all these other food companies, they put like stuff that's bad for you. My dad even told me today about it. He found out about it, and he never talks about this stuff. It took me like 5 years to teach him about chemtrails, and he finally believes me because he's starting to feel sick from it and stuff. So, like, now we only buy like the non-name brand cereals and stuff once we like check to make sure the companies are good and all that stuff. So I'm just, it's just something you definitely should do is pray for your food, because you have no idea who touched it. Even working so many years in the food industry, you have no idea what people do to your food. Like, I've seen people, what they do to your food sometimes, like drop a fry like on something I probably wouldn't touch, and then like put it back on your plate and stuff. Just pray for your food. I mean, a lot of people get sick all the time, and like, if you're like me and you need to work to make money, then like you definitely need to be working. You can't afford to take time off, so pray for your food so that you don't miss the time, so you can provide for your family, and you can also help other people if you have a little extra money, when you end up having a little extra money. But I just wanted to share that quick story with you guys, and also just tell you that even with the work schedule, I was talking to a viewer about this today, that I'm gonna try and do 3 days a week. So again, if we can, I know the schedule got screwed up probably this week, but probably do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll do a show, and if that does change, if that changes, I'll try to come on and do a quick video like this and just let you know, hey, update. Or I don't know the best way to do it, like, besides that, because like I don't have every single person's email or whatnot, and I'm really not too tech savvy yet to like I don't know, like set like a reminder like thingy to tell everybody, oh, not tonight, or I don't know, whatever I could possibly do. I have no idea, but this is the company phone they gave me. So they just gave me this new phone. It's like a S9. But I don't want to use it for my shows, because I don't want them ever saying, oh, you use company property to make a show talking about God or something like that, because then I'd tweak. So I just want to like keep it on my old phone. And if the thing burns to the ground like it almost did the other day, then I'll buy a new one. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I fully plan on doing shows still. I just this new computer system is really hurting my eyes, and I literally could probably not read right now. Like, I'm not going to read any books tonight. I'm tired and my eyes hurt still. So I just want to give it my best shot. I want to give it like my all. And if I don't, if I show up and I'm like stuttering my words the whole time, it's really not the best. You know what I mean? So I pray you guys can understand for now. And I just want everyone to know that I am still praying for everybody, all the things that you asked to pray for. And I hope that you pray for me. I know you guys do, because a lot of people say they do. But I just to humbly ask that I do need prayer too. Like, I'm human, and like I have problems, like just like everybody else does. So, I just thank you guys for being a part of, reading all these texts together. And I just really appreciate all your comments, and that you guys do like listening to these things, because I like listening to these things. So it's nice to have fellowship, and like thank you guys. I appreciate it. It's really nice to have people that want to know these things, want to read these things, discuss these things, and like, be a family. Because like I said, my family doesn't want to know these things. Like my mom today, she was talking to us about God a little bit, but it's just, there's a certain point that they stop. Like, they just don't want to know. Like you're climbing a mountain, and they just don't want to go any further. They just want to always stay in the grassy field. They don't want to get up on the rocks. You know what I mean? Like, they don't want to climb to the top. So if that's the way everybody wants to be, that's fine. But I hope that we together can just learn these things, and hopefully You know, like it's happened before on the show. It's really happened on the show before that we came to, you know, together. You saw that I connected two things with Thomas, and I want those things to happen live as we fellowship together, so we can, you know, just unravel this whole puzzle together. I really do. Yeah, I don't know, Dirk. Chewbacca is the awesomest name, but I can't say Chewbacca every 5 seconds. I'm gonna go Dirk because it's just easier to say. It's one syllable, but Chewbacca is an awesome name. But yeah, it is so hard to talk to people like about this stuff. Yeah, Dirk is like the greatest name. Like Dirk is even like a good knife, isn't it? I think Dirk is like an awesome knife, isn't it? It's like an ancient medieval knife. Now you like, but you didn't ruin it. You just went. You just like. You just made it like now you have two cool names, and I'm stuck with like. And I got to tell people no, it's Jared the jeweler, not Jared the subway guy. That's what I have to say because I don't want to relate my name to that pedophile. So it's. So that's cool. That's cool if you have two names and I have one I have to explain myself over. Just kidding. But yeah, this shirt I have right here is like one of my favorite shirts. I don't know if you can see it that good, but this shirt actually I was wearing on one of my videos, and a woman, you can't even see it. You guys got a spear I think over here, and Dorothy. Dorothy's a great name. It's like really a good name, but that's funny. I actually do like that name, but yeah, it's not. I'm just being honest. It's not. It's not a name, Dorothy, that someone would relate to like a black woman. It's not normally. It's not. I don't hear. I have tons of black friends. I've never heard that Dorothy as a name. Dorothy's like you think of like a middle-aged white woman from like Kansas or something. But you're right. I love that name. Actually, The Wizard of Oz was the first movie that I ever purchased with my own money. Not condoning movies. I'm just saying I've always liked that name. So. Oh yeah, the Wiz. Yeah, I forgot about the Wiz. But yeah, anyways, this T-shirt I was wearing when I was talking about idol worship, and a woman said in the comments, "Oh, that shirt's all about, this is coming from somebody that has a shirt that has idol worship on it." I'm like, it's a shirt of like a Native American like warrior. Like, what the heck does that have to do with idol worship at all? That doesn't even make sense. I was talking about like figurines, like clay and stone and wood figurines that are made into the image of like Peter, Paul, Mary, and Jesus that really represent like false gods, like the ancient Nimrod, like pantheon of gods that was back in the olden times that they just changed in the time of Constantine. Exactly what I was talking about. And the lady went full bore to another planet on me on the comments. I'm like, what? That doesn't even make sense. And to be honest, this shirt, I got this shirt I got this shirt for $5 on like eBay or something, and all the money went to either like I think it was either veterans or like a lady that was trying to help like a cat hospital or something like that. And that's the only reason I bought it. And the lady went full bore nuts on me over it. So whatever. It was just even now when I wear this, I wear it like proudly just because of that stupid ignorant comment. But it's just funny how people are. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love this shirt. It's just like, even the back has a cool like bear picture on it. Like if I was gonna draw something, this is what I would draw. Like something like this. It's sick. Just cool. Love it. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that. I can't reach it, but that right there, that's the hiking stick that I made for Jesus a long time ago, and the bark just kind of fell off. I didn't even have to really carve it. The whole thing just came off in like one piece. It was honestly a miracle. And that's the tree. That's the tree that was in the ground. And it was either the day before or the day after. I think it was the day after I cut it down to make that hiking stick. That's in my dream. That was where I stabbed two demons in the head. And then the next day I quit smoking. And I knew what those demons were in my dream. I knew they were like the smoking demon and like I think it was like marijuana too because they seemed similar or something like that. It was weird, but shortly after that, I quit smoking weed too, so it was pretty cool. Um, I never killed a demon in my dream before, but yeah, I never had a hiking stick where the bar came off in 2 seconds like that either. Go, go. Oh man, I just missed that comment, but I was starting to read it. It made me laugh already. Um, but yeah, just wanted to get in touch with you guys and say thank you for everything. And we are going to do a show tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, it's not our normal time. No, Daniel, they have to be in your dreams, and they have to be demons, actual demons, and they are not pretty. Let me tell you. Off to the mall. Oh, that's funny. You guys are killing me tonight. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do a Sunday show. Sorry for the close-ups of my fat face, but yeah, Daniel the smokes. um, yeah, tonight we're gonna I mean, yeah, tomorrow I can't even talk. Tomorrow night we're gonna do a show at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Um, that should give me enough time to get home with the kids and everything, and then we'll do a show Monday, Wednesday, and possibly Friday. Possibly Friday, but I will let you know. Um, do not go to the mall. Um, so yeah, so if everybody wants to come tomorrow night at 9, and then again Monday, and then Wednesday, and then possibly Friday. So just keep Friday on the like possibly list because I Fridays are very hectic for me because I have to drop my kids off. Sometimes I've been dropping the kids off at their mom's because with the summer schedule, like for instance, this weekend, my daughter is working now, so she stayed home, and my son went to his mom's, so she took him Friday night instead. Be there, be square, exactly. Um, so it's just like a different schedule right now. So I'll just West Coast time would be 6 p.m. Miss Aja. Yeah, think so. Pretty positive. uh, no problem. Yeah, I'm not too fond of mornings either. That's why I do this at night. I'm actually not a night person either. I'm kind of like a like 8 to 5 kind of person, and then I kind of just shut down for the day. But once you have kids, you kind of like never fall asleep really, I think. Because I was the one that got up and did diapers and stuff like that for the 4 years, both of them, or however long they're in diapers for, 3, 4 years. So after I had kids, I just don't really sleep the same anymore. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna head to bed, guys. But God bless you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow at either 6, 7, 8, or 9, depending on where you live. But we're starting the show at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're in the West Coast, that's 6 p.m. And I forget Mountain Time and Central Time is like 7 and 8, I think. Yep. But I don't even know. Do any of you guys have? Is anyone on anything besides West or East Coast time? I just ask before. Just wondering if there is anyone. But yeah, in the meantime, good night, everybody, and God bless you all. Take care, folks. Take care, guys. And if anybody has any special prayer requests, oh yeah, Australian people. Yeah, I forgot to say people not in the U.S. So yeah, it's really super late for you guys. I don't know if that's 12 p.m. in the afternoon, but yeah, I can't do anything about that. Noon, yeah, that's crazy. Oh yeah, it's the next day too. That's crazy. I forgot about that too. Yes, Swarta, I will pray for you. Absolutely, no problem at all. Night Chewbacca, fantastic name, and thank you for coming and sharing it, the new name with us. I appreciate that. Dirk, we will miss you. All right, guys. God bless and have a great night. Talk to you tomorrow, 9 p.m.